Why, hello, my friends. BluePoet here, along with Libby and Hero. And today we are continuing on our adventure with Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. As we left off in our last episode, we were exploring the market. We had a crazy battle, and as you can see here, we've got lots of wounded people, but we managed to survive. Though we're definitely not showing off our street creds, as Libby would say. I'm hoping to give you another hour or so of playthrough, and without further ado, let us continue on our adventure. So probably what I'm going to do right off the bat here is see if I can rest. See if it will let me rest. And see if we can get our wounds all back up. We've got... I don't need you in scroll scribing. So let us move you... camouflage maybe. Won't give you a whole lot, but I'll give you something. Let's begin resting. How many volumes are there going to be in your encyclopedia? I bet you stacked them one on top of the other. They'll be as tall as a tower. I do wish sometimes that when you're doing the resting that it didn't have this dialogue and it actually was a little quicker, but that is what it is. That be what it be. Looks like we did it without a dead. We turned down some corruption. We got some hearty meal. We're still doing okay on there. So let's go on. If we look at our map, we've got this whole area here done. We've got some up here to still do, and a lot down in this area. So looks like off to our left here probably is stuff to do.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Okay.
Surrender or else. Too late for apologies.
He is ugly as all there is to be, but okay. I'm sure I'm probably doing things all wrong, that I should be picking and using things and blah blah blah, but you know, we're just not that great of adventurers. I don't see anything else in this corner. There's a barrel that we missed. And there is a mobility check there. On that mobility check, I have no idea where that's going to take me, but it says there's something here first. Let's grab it.
We do it my way.
Nope. Looks like we've been there on the mobility, because that looks like back the way we came. It looks like it's just the pass. So we probably could have went that way as well on the way coming here, but it is what it is. And I don't see anything else.
Follow
there.
if you dare.
What am I hearing now?
I'll hit you.
You hear a noise from somewhere very close by. I'm guessing we triggered something, but use magic to locate the sound. We'll say, hey, who's there? The words hang in the air until a voice responds, surprisingly young and trembling from suppressed facades. Leave me alone, stranger, or go and tell the Inquisitors. You already let them kill Ramian. How could such evil be allowed to happen? Is it really all because of us and our stunt with the Warstone? Show yourself. I swear you will come to no harm. I'll do the lawful thing. The stranger, who's clearly the doesn't adapt, Ramian mentioned, sighs. I'm so tired of jumping at every shadow. If I suspect every person I met of nefarious intentions, I'll be just the same as Hullrun, won't I? And I don't want to be like him. I want to believe that you are friends, stranger. The adept ends the invisibility spell and appears before you. Alright. So you're one of the Desna adapts that tried to break into the Wardstones? Yes, I am Ilks, cleric of Desna. Ah, cleric. I like clerics. One of the people who answered the call of the voice in dreams. Some unknown person made contact with us through our dreams, telling us about the demons' plans. We learned that the demons were planning to attack Canabras and do something terrible to our Wardstone, which already carries the taint of corruption. Prelate Hulra refused to heed our warnings. We had to make a choice. We could either throw up our hands and pull back, or take action, even though it could cost us our lives. But with heartless person, what heartless person could stand by in the face of such a deadly threat? What are you planning to do to the Wardstone? Our plan was to get to it and then follow our instincts. There were 3 of us, a cleric, a mage, and a bard. Sounds like a bad bar joke. Between us, we know a lot. We're capable of a great deal. If we had enough time, I'm sure we could have figured out what's wrong with the Wardstone and how to heal it, but they didn't give us time. I know how you feel, boy. Devise an experiment and then being unable to conduct it. The greatest of all tragedies. I can also tell you that writing daily petitions to the Inquisition of Iomedae, requesting even a small piece of the Wardstone for study, has no chance to succeed. Yes, the local commanders got roped into dealing with us. Some idiot kids trying to break into the Wardstone, and probably some of ours, who even knows these days. I know there's no evil in you. I can sense these things like that, but what you did was so stupid and impulsive. Someone could have got hurt. I know from experience. So you lot decided that you needed to do something right away, and so you did something right away. Great work. Lan gives a sarcastic round of applause. How did you even come up with such a plan? I'm working on it. We're trying to figure out if he's good or not. How could we not come up with the plan? Listen, Desna is the goddess of luck, but luck, as many people, lay people would understand it, and luck, as we, the followers of the music of the spear, see it, are far from the same thing. Other people believe that luck is something good that falls into your lap just because, like a generous but unearned reward. We see luck as a fundamental law of creation, according to which, even in the darkest hour of the most hopeless situation, a chance of rescue and a change for the better can arise. But you got to seize this chance when it presents itself, or better yet, create your own. Followers of Desna are not people who like idleness and inaction. That's why when Conabras was in trouble, we did as our goddess had taught us. We took the matter into our own hands and tried in a moment of desperation to pluck our chance from the hands of fate itself. You were trying to help. Can they punish you if you were trying to help? Is that allowed? I like Ember. I don't know why, but I'm liking her. Sometimes it's even necessary. So, what? You went up against Holron, but he's the official governor of the city. I'll do the lawful thing. What of it? Submitting to unworthy leaders is one of the great ills of our civilization. We will never defeat the demons if we keep listening to people like Hulron. Whose voice have you been hearing in your dreams? Nobody knows what it is, but everyone who has heard her, I should say, is convinced that she is a good and pure soul, chosen by Desna. We had a choice. We could trust her, except that we have an ally somewhere who isn't afraid of all the armies of the Abyss. Or we could drown in suspicions and get one step closer to becoming just like Hulron. We decided to trust the voice, and seeing Conavers devastated, which is what our unknown ally tried to prevent until the very end. I can see now who had the truth on their side. Where are your fellow worshippers, and how many of them are there? Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We split up to confuse the Inquisitors who were chasing us. Do you need help? That would be great. I have no hope of finding my friends in this chaos, and I'm scared to think what will happen to Inquisitors or demons get to them first. Listen, my friends, are called Aranka and Thal. Thal the Wallflower. Aranka is an amazing singer and a truly beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She probably blended into the crowd somewhere. Wallflower is a mage, but I don't think he'll risk using magic. It will only bring the Inquisitors down on him. He'll be harder to find. You better find Aranka first. She might know where Wallflower is. Please find them and protect them against the demons and the Inquisitors. I will await news in the Goddess's temple. I hope our mysterious helper will send us a new message that will reveal what is to come from the demons. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's do these bugs now. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, this big bug.
Don't hold back!
Okay, well, that was fun. Okay, so we gotta go find a singer, it looks like. And a mage. With quite unique names of all that. As well. So it looks like this takes me back into here. I'm missing a spot there, so let's go see if there's anything there. I don't know where we could even get in this way. This looks pretty. Take a peek and see, but maybe down there. Yeah. Is that taking us back? That is taking us back. So let's not do that yet. Let's go back up. Make sure if we got everything. We can get across the rubble here to this section. Okay. We've been up there as well. Something in here it looks like, but I don't see it.
I'm off.
See if there's anything else over here. I think I can get it in. And Hero says that I'm going in the wrong direction, but I still like the look. Have we been over here already? I think we have. There's really not much else in here that we could do then. Can we get a journal for this area? More than nothing. Libby says we've got everything, so I'm going to keep moving on. I will trust her judgment, even if it is wrong. How could it be wrong? She's a cute little puppy. And she would never steer us wrong, right? So let's head back. I can find my way back again. I think it was over here. We had such good times in here. Lots of drinking and everything else before this whole thing and chaos and destruction. But hey, that's okay. I think I'm going back the wrong way. I am. I am horrible with directions. It appears. Go this way.
I do what I
I'm
must.
surprised that I never got anything from the puppy choir in the background, but that's okay too. What is this? I'll let you read this if you want. What path? What present? Purple knife? And what future? Requires Aeon Mythic Path? Yes, that does it. What did we just get? Said it was a purple weapon or sword or something. I don't see anything there. Looks like I retained some kind of power, it looks like. Okay, well, I'll go with it.
We should move.
Cast something else now. Light of the Angel still is the same. Yeah. I have no idea. But I saw something new there.
I'm gone.
Good. So, ha! It wasn't a complete waste of time. I knew what I was doing. Now where are we going? I think we're heading in the right direction.
We do it my way.
Libby's coming to investigate to make sure I'm doing things correctly, it looks like. Let's see if I can get anything off of that one. I must have got it already, so let's go here. Back down. Yes, Libby, I am leaving.
Follow if you dare.
I dare. Looks like we got the marketplace then. Just trying to get to the exit. There we go. Hopefully that is all we needed, and it's not going to ask us to do more stuff there that we missed, but we will see. I do not see anything on the market square anymore. We got the silken thread. We've been here. We've been there. We've never been to the party house. We got lots of new areas open. Topaz Solution. We've been there. So there's a couple places. It looks like they have question marks on them, so that's good to know. I just noticed that. We got the wine cellar up here. And I don't see anything else around the city. We got the Gray Garrison, but I'm not too sure we can handle any of that. I guess let's go to the Silken Thread. See what that is. So how is the weather for everybody lately? Well, lately here it's kind of changed. We're getting a little bit more colder weather and a lot more rainy weather.
Something?
Yeah, that is something. Looks like it's around.
You can
Grab
trust
you.
me.
Grab this first. Collect. Can you sneak around without probably getting any bad guys on us? Like it's there.
I am helpful. Am I not?
You are helpful. Thank you. Okay. Think there's anything up there that I can do. Look at the map. I'm not missing anything, but it says there's a
I'll
map.
cut you wide open.
They will break against our resolve.
Did you see that?
The inheritor, guide my blade.
I always say that, and then I end up getting myself really, really royally lost of street cred, I want to say. But a couple chests there. Exit there, but I really don't need to go out the exit. I can see there. Ah.
What's that
Oh,
there?
Everybody back up.
I'm off.
Let us go this way. I do like how they do that. That is kind of a cool little concept where you don't actually go to the trap itself. What is that stranger?
I hope you appreciate this.
Can I talk to him? Nope, I can't talk to him. Okay, let's go down to the silken thread, I guess. Looks like it's seen some better days. Curvel the sparkling fist. Not getting hurt that hard. The Curvel needs to do better. Looks like we got a crown and some armor that are. Be curious to see what those are, since it tells me. Lesser connecting diadem. Okay. Nature Divine, Great Club. Unbending armor. This +1 studded leather armor grants the wearer 3 piercing. Okay. Okay, let's go back and take that. Oh, I love having some mutated fish. That just sounds so yummy. I am really surprised that I'm not getting some more from the puppy gallery back here, because usually when I make silly remarks, they like to chime in a lot. So, and they're not doing that. And it says there are a few things in these rooms. I wonder if it's in here. Take that. We'll take that. That should be everything here. That was an easy little battle. Wasn't that hard. It's amazing how we have some battles that are like, you would think they're going to be ones that are going to be really challenging, and they end up not being that bad. And then there's other battles where it's like, oh yeah, I got this. The next thing you know, you're all dead. I guess that is the nature of the beast as well. I guess let's go to the party house. Why not? Massive issues going on. Why not go to a party house? I'm not going to invade danger. I laugh at danger.
This will be quick.
Mind over muscle.
I am your end.
Oh, 3 of them. What?
Go.
Easy peasy. Probably exit over here. Yeah. Another game that I've been curious on is Baldur's Gate 3, but I just hate to spend the money for something that's not got a lot to it, so I'm kind of waiting. I'll probably end up getting it eventually here, but I love the original Baldur's Gate 1, and number 2 wasn't bad, but I've been really curious about this last one, but there's just so many good games out.
Save the last one for me.
Okay.
You should have listened to reason.
Yeah, you should have. How hard can this be? It's just a minor God thing, and another thing over here that I can't see. What is that guy doing? I guess he's taking a nap. Yeah, that's probably. He's just taking a nap. What was that? That made me jump. I want out of here. Let's go. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I want to get to the party house. I hear they have good parties going on there. Yeah, I want to go to the party house. Okay. We can do this. How hard can it be for a party house? They can't have any traps or bad guys in here, right? It's a party house. There's a door there.
I will fight.
There weren't so.
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
Party house. Why aren't you attacking? Can you get out of there? Okay, thank you. Wasn't very graceful, but we made it work. Bottle on the table, I'll take it. Guess not anything. Great, nothing there. Get some loot into this place. Lots of loot into this.
I'm gone.
Here, like a food seller. I'm getting lots of food off of here.
We do it my way.
We do it my way. Go into this. Oh yeah, look at the party house going on here. What a splendid occasion, Count. And this new Navarian elixir is quite something. And like some party crashers, probably. Oh yeah, some party crashers. What were you guys thinking?
Ah, a test of my abilities.
You won't
I
stop
have no
us.
idea what just happened there. There's like all those He's going after wedges. I am really confused. They are attacking these guys like crazy. You get it? Looks like we had some spell resistance, which is fine. I think we won. I'm just gonna go with that. There is a lot of things in here. Looks like a magical weapon. Decimation, huh? Whenever a plus this one RDs confirms a critical that deals an additional 1 damage to Constitution. That's kinda cool. What's this?
A success worthy of praise.
Portrait, okay. I don't have any. That's Ember. Okay. Darian? I don't think Darian's in my party. Let's see.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Daron Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Aronde. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
Wow. Bona fide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place. Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Penumbras lies in ruins. The Skari killed Terran Delev. The Warstone has been captured, and you're asking me why demons gate-crashed your party?
Canabras in ruins. Descari. Well, 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 and I was already lamenting the lack of excitement at my little banquet. Although it must have been tolerable enough if we didn't get notice of a great hulking demon attacking a dragon just outside the window. It seems as though Descari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine, if you will pardon the pun.
What should I know about you, Count? Apart from the fact that you're a highborn and very rich.
As a child, I had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
Okay, so you didn't want a pony, but you wanted your own lamb. Yeah, okay. I'll go with that. I would have asked for a unicorn, but hey, you can have your lamb, buddy.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Such a sad story.
I had not even the slightest intention of upsetting such a lovely child.
I'm not lovely. Some people have even called me a scarecrow before.
That's patently absurd. Why, you can't possibly be a scarecrow with a crow following you around. I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more.
You don't seem very concerned about the city's fate.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the wardstones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon, as if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
The Orendes are one of the most ancient and noble families in Mendiv. They are related by blood to Queen Galfrey herself. The Count is the last remaining member of his dynasty. The rest all perished around 10 years ago. In the tragedy at the family seat, Heaven's Edge, the demons got past the defenses and massacred everyone inside.
I thank you for providing your friend with that helpful summary, my lady. I believe I've seen you before, with that hilarious buffoon Horgus Gwyrm. I sincerely hope you are not engaged in any kind of sordid arrangement with him. The thought of something so splendid in proximity to something so grotesque makes me feel quite ill. You deserve a better fate than that, no doubt.
Your civility knows no bounds, Count. I most assuredly do not have any arrangement with Master Gwyrm.
I expect a little gratitude for saving you.
Of course, where are my manners? There. You can also poke about the house and claim whatever takes your fancy. Though I imagine some of you already had that in mind.
You can go to the Defender's Heart. It's under the protection of Erebeth Tierbade and the Eagle Watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling Count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal. Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes? As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you. Only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
Okay. Sounds like he wants to join me. Thoughts?
I don't like this guy much at all. Not even because of his personality, but just... I sense something dark about him.
I guess thumping him one next time he comes out with more aristocratic witterings is not allowed? All the more reason to take him with us. If we don't kill him, the demons surely will.
He has all these friends at his party, and he still looks so lonely. We can take him with us. Maybe it will make him feel better?
The Count's presence can only benefit us. I think we should say yes.
What? You're asking about whether to take this boy with you? The question lies outside the bounds of my interest. By the way, did you know that the young scions of noble families often sponsor the research of young scientists? What laudable passion for knowledge. True, the size of their donations bears a direct correlation to the hazardousness of the experiment being conducted.
He doesn't look like a whiner, and he can hold his own, so he won't be dead weight.
Okay, deal.
Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories. Wouldn't you say?
Okay, so what is he? I wish I can see. That was another thing that I don't like, is that you have your companions, but you can't see them until you actually get them in your party and see what's going on, and I don't like that. What is he? Is he I'm guessing he's a mage of some sort. I'll accept for now, but is there a way that we can go into the party? Nope. So I guess I will have to see him when we go back to the inn. Because I want to grab somebody that I don't know what their skill sets are. Oh, there's Arinka. We were looking for her. Thank you, stranger, for saving us from the demons, and for your timely interest, I swear. I don't know how to arrange me more today. The demons are the oh-so-affable master of the house. I'm a friend of Ilk's. He asked me to find you and protect you. Ilk's is alive, and he's made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it has to happen now when the city is under siege by the demons, and these pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. How'd you end up here? Our whole towns found me and Wildflower, and they tried to capture us. I distracted them, that I lost them in the streets before I charmed my way into this party. Oberon holds no sway among certain members of their custody, so I picked a good place to lie low. That is until the demon show. Do you know where the third of your group is? Wallflower? No idea. He knows about the demon attack. He won't just hide away. He'll go out and try to help people. If he doesn't know, well, you have no chance of finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors don't expect. Pose as someone disguised himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes in the temple. I know, I'll tie my shawl around my arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away and know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him back to the market square. Okay. Tell me about yourself. So she's a bard, okay. I'll let you guys read that if you want to read it. Bard. Okay. Master of the house, the count. I'll let you guys read that again. I'm just going to do a quick glance. Okay. Why'd you do that? Okay. 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 I killed Huron. He won't threaten you ever again. Okay. Can you get to somewhere safe on your own? No. I'll go to our temple to Elks. The Inquisitors must have searched there by now and one of us. Okay. I was hoping that she would join us, because I wouldn't mind having a bard, but it is what it be. More world knowledge. Able to do anything with that, though?
It went splendidly.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure that these guys won't do anything here. So it looks like we have to go back to the marketplace again. Not seeing anything else here. If I look at my map, doesn't look like I missed anything. Let's go
Follow
down the door
if
here
you
to
dare.
see Ability. Can we get
Thanks,
across?
Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
If we can, and we'll exit. Okay. So we got the topaz. Let's do that. Travel. And then we'll go back to the marketplace and see if we can find this friend of theirs. Another fight. Oh boy. Man,
You
can't
won't
get
survive me.
You're irrelevant.
that bad. Oh, we're gonna have to go sell again, I have a feeling, because we're collecting way too much stuff. And let's continue on. Crazy how slow it takes for them to get over that. Yeah. Go ahead and rest. I don't need you there. Why are you doing both of them? Well, we should put you here. Here. Go here with you. And who am I missing? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we must have everybody. But for some reason I was thinking we had somebody else we needed to do. Okay, begin resting.
My life is unfolding most unexpectedly. These demons chose Canabres of all places, and now of all times. Because of them, my life has changed in the blink of an eye.
Thanks to the demons, you can now go for strolls wherever you want. Isn't that good?
Yeah. Getting close to the first one. I don't want to see what that does to me. No. Might have to go back. Yeah, good to Topaz. Oh, something there. Okay. Not seeing anything else here. What could be in an empty?
Yet another obstacle.
Strike!
That is cool. Never watching that one. Watching that guy.
This condition is irrational.
You're getting yourself hurt a little bit here.
I dedicate my body to science.
So this is how it feels?
You should have run!
The light, take you!
Endure this!
Surrender, or else!
This is how it feels.
This is not what I was looking for. Looks like we got it, but that was not pretty. We definitely got some hurt on that one. Let's see what's in it. Maybe we got something good in there. Who knows? That was cool looking, but not see anything. Oh, there's a bow or a light crossbow that's unidentified. Oracle's Misery. Party's overloaded and cannot travel. Great. But I don't want to be overloaded. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm overloaded. It said I was. And I don't want to be.
The heartbeat quickens.
Something in here? Oh no,
I'll
not
remove
another
this
one of
obstacle.
these. Get Ember out of there. Go, Ember. Everybody, get out of here. Not what I wanted.
I dedicate my body to science.
Into the fray!
What is up with all these little things? That one went down a lot quicker, but yeah, I know, it wasn't pretty, but we can't always cry pretty. I don't see any. Oh, there's some loot there. I don't know how we're supposed to walk. If we're over encumbered, it says. Are we able to sleep here at all? Get our wounds all fixed? Got the hearty meal. Get everybody all set up. Let's begin. I'm thinking we go back to the Defender place and try to sell something if we can. And then we go back to the marketplace and try to find her friend. And we'll see where we're at with time there, but if we can even do that, we might have to just start dropping items because of the fact that we're overweight, but yep, we're overweight. So how far? Okay. Well, let's see what we can get rid of here. This is a star knife. Trapping longbow, throwing axe. Don't need to have 6 of these. Let's drop them. Drop those. Is that enough to get us out of here so we can travel now? Can we put it all while we travel? Yeah, that's a cheap way to do it, but I'll do it. And let us go back to the heart, I guess, because we need to go sell. If we can even make it there. We'll start a rest there as well, but and we'll go back to the marketplace and see if we can find the wizard guy. That's where she said it would be at. So hopefully we can sell here. Oh great. And we got an encounter right before we get to the end.
Their life ends here!
Should be that easy, I don't think. Select what we always wanted. Get out of here. Of course, we gotta drop stuff again, so let's go back to here. We'll do what we did last time. We'll drop these. Oh, we gotta drop one more item, it looks like, so we'll drop those. Now can we go? Still too much? Okay. What do we have for armor pieces? Drop those. And now? Okay. Now we'll just collect it all. We're gonna continue there. Hopefully we can sell while we're here. Because we definitely have way too much stuff on us. A bunch of stuff in our chest that we might hoard because we're not sure what we should keep or not keep. Okay, nothing there. There was a guy that was over here selling, but I don't know if he's back or dead or what have you, but oh, yep, he's still here. We ordered. Get rid of all that stuff. And let's go do a filter too, that's kind of nice. But get rid of these. Move all those over. There's a button that allows me to... Yeah, that'll work. Get rid of all those daggers. Get rid of all those. This goes slow because it's easy. Wasn't magical, right? No. That. Get rid of all of that. Get rid of that. That. rid of all those. Get rid of all this stuff. Keep that. Is that a heavy? I don't think it's probably any better than she's got. Got that as well. Got that crown, which I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we do with all that stuff. Got a ton of stuff here. Okay. That'll get rid of some things, and then we'll go put the rest in our chest. We'll do a sleep. Find the inn here. There it is. Kind of surprised that we have not found an actual full cleric class, but are you so slow, Larry? Either that or there is one in here and I'm just not aware of how to get to it, but so far I have yet to find the cleric class. And let's go put some of this stuff in here that I don't know what we'll ever use for. Like I said, I probably should start using this stuff more, but and maybe one of these days I should, but I am horrible at these things, so okay, keep all that stuff. I don't know what we're gonna do with these books. What are we going to do with a severed head? Okay, I don't know how I got a head in my pocket, but I'll just say okay. Go ahead and rest. Okay, begin resting. Oh, now we can see who that guy is too, so we might be able to level him and see what class he is. See if we want to take him on a journey or not. Our noble guy. Okay. Continue. So I believe we can look at the party this way, maybe. Right here. So it looks like he is neutral evil, so I definitely don't know if I want to bring him in my party. He's got good persuasion and knowledge. He's another range, it looks like, with lots of magical stuff. He's an oracle. It says he's a cleric, but I just don't see it. Safe carrying, whatever. Acid skin. These are all feet. So if I look at spells, is he an actual cleric? Remove sickness, shield of faith, blessing, cure light wounds. Let's level him. Let's just see what he is. Because maybe he is a cleric. We'll keep him on the same path that they suggest. Old person, okay. He's a level 4. I don't know if I want to use him. I really don't. And what is this guy doing here? Huh. I got questions.
I'm off.
Let's go out. We'll keep our current party that we have. I just don't know if I want to chaotic evil. I want a regular cleric. I just don't know if I trust him. I'll accept what I have. I just wish I had more melee attackers up front, but yeah, it is what it is. Well, she was saying that I wear the band and I go to the marketplace. So, wasn't there a stranger in the marketplace that wasn't talking to us? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure there was somebody in. I'm trying to remember where I saw them at. Maybe over in here somewhere? No, there was a stranger in here somewhere. Not too worried about being attacked because I think we've got everything, but we're going the wrong way again. Maybe we can go around this way? Nope. Okay. Go back this way again. Go back up to here. Go to my right. Back this way. Back up into here. Now that I remember a little bit. I just swore there's a stranger somewhere in. They just would not talk to me. I can't remember where I saw that stranger at. I would love to ask you guys if you remember, but I'm not live. I'm just recording this for you guys, so. I might have to wander a little bit here to see if I can find it, but. Go up, maybe? Where it was down in here. I'm gonna go wander over here a little bit more, because it's pretty certain somewhere in here that I saw that stranger. Maybe not. Back up. That's what I get for not knowing where I was at. Over there. That's just that. Wasn't the stranger down where we had the big battle?
I'm gone.
I thought it was down there, but I'll go up here and I'll look, but okay, well, I'm not seeing anything up here.
We do it my way.
Came in this way. Maybe over here? That was the blood that we saw being dragged. There was a house there, but I don't think it was in a house. I think it was just standing out. Go this way. That was where the exit was at. Way to go up the hill. Chance there's a stranger in here somewhere. That's the Temple of Desna. I doubt they're going to be in there because we didn't see anything when we went in there. Maybe it wasn't here that I saw the stranger. That's those two guys. There. Let me go back into my note. Let's see what it says here. Friend in need. Let me go watch other. Okay, it's not that. Okay, Tower Gate. Okay. Tracking down. The part of that's a shell that we're marked where. Oh, could probably be found in the market square. Okay. Well, they're saying in Market Square, but this is the Market Square. We can look into the house again, but I don't think there was anything in there, and that's not really in the Market Square. That's somewhere else. And no, there was a stranger. I could have swore there was a stranger somewhere in here. That was the mobility thing to take it back. I keep looking a little bit before we do that. Okay, there's nothing over here. I am at total loss where this person was at. I remember seeing him, I remember trying to talk to somebody and they didn't want to talk. But now I am not seeing him anywhere. And we are getting close to our hour mark, so I'm hoping I can find him before we call it good. But... Well, the market square is over in the other area, so let's go back.
The mongrel did it.
Good job, Land. Go back over to here. So this was the market square.
Follow if you dare.
There's no way I can get... I don't think there's anything back here. Those are the soldiers. That was crossing there. Now this soldiers, okay.
I'm off.
Over here. Where? There.
There's something here.
Oh, there's something there. I'll take it. Not helping me find crazy man here. Don't see anything there. Am I supposed to wear that by chance? Can I wear it?
Not my field of expertise. I have no use for this.
Huh, okay. I know we had a mysterious stranger somewhere around here. I know we did.
I do what I must.
I can see him here. Spotted him. That way I'll have an idea where I need to go. That was a temple. Not seeing anything here. This is where we're at, where we went down. What's the graveyard? Anybody standing here? I want to say it was in here where we had the big battle. We went back that way. Not seeing anything here. Or down in here. I'm at a loss. I do not see anybody here that is jumping out. What's the mobility truck? Looking here, look who we have looting corpses. I'm letting you guys read this if you want it by pausing the screen, because we are getting close to the time, and I'm hoping I can find this mage guy before we call it good, but we might have to do our search on our next episode. We will see. What is going on? Somebody just came flying into here. Got a quest that I wasn't even aware that was in here, but that works. Still have no clue where this stranger guy's at, but I think we've walked in here I don't know how many times, and I've not seen that Curl guy neither, so...
I'm gone.
That's where we went back the other way. And that's exit. Well, I guess we will come back to here unless there's another marketplace that I'm not aware of, because I am not seeing the stranger. And I could have swore that we saw somebody. I don't even see anything on here, but it's the market square. I don't see anything there. I don't see that showing anything. That showing anything. That's not showing anything. Okay, that's not showing anything. Yeah, I am at a total loss as far as where this might be at. Let's go one more time, I guess, into the market square, because I don't see it anywhere else around here. Nothing there. Okay, that was to celebrate that. There's nothing there. We haven't been there. That's not the place. And that's the hideout. Let's go back in, I guess. There has to be something in here that we're missing. I could have almost thought that there was a person, a stranger, that we could not speak to when we were in here the first time, when we had the battle. And I thought it was somewhere in here, but maybe down in here? That's the house. That's an exit. Let's try to go, I guess, down in there and search, but
We do it my
don't
way.
see it. It was over here, and we had to jump across or do something over here. Oh, what is that?
Forget it.
Yeah, we didn't make
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome,
it.
Lan.
Now we down in that section. We can't go down there, can we? No, we can't. Okay, so maybe that. Was it over here? Crusader? Uh-huh. We found him! Yay! Uh-oh. Not good. I'm gonna let you guys read it. I'll quickly skim over it again.
Let me draw the first blood.
I'm not looking forward to this battle because the last time we had one of these, it
Too
was not
late
pretty.
for apologies.
You guys are a tough little one.
No glory without risk.
stuff. Now can we talk to you again? Okay. Okay. So we got Thal picked up. Now if we can find that temple again. Temple was... Where was it? Over here, I want to say. So was it this way? We went this way, I want to say. We went over here. I think we went this way over here somewhere. Up here? No, it wasn't up here. Boy, I am horrible with directions in here. That's the area, into the house. There it is, the temple. Yeah. Those Inquisitors are pretty tough. I wouldn't mind having one or two of those in my party. Yeah, let's see what they have to say in here. Okay, again, I'm going to let you read it as I skim over it. A good voice. Okay. Is that it? Well, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and call it good here. We've hit about an hour's worth of our play. So I will see you again on our next episode. Again, this is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. You're here with both BluePoet, Libby, and Hero. They gave me some advice along the way, but now they're kind of tired and they're ready to just kind of relax and chill. And so with that being said, I'm going to call this good, and you guys have a great day. Thank you for stopping by.